How's it going, guys, and welcome to the 4MR Ranch YouTube channel. I want to give you a quick video showing the differences between the ATN X Sight 4K Pro model against the previous generation, which is the ATN X Sight II HD line of optics. So if you have not already seen the full review for both of these optics, those are both on my channel. I'll leave a link in the description below. The newest one, obviously, that I've worked on is the ATN X Sight 4K Pro. This is the 5-20 power model. So definitely check it out, and this video is really intended to be kind of a second part to the review of this optic. So make sure you've checked that out so you kind of get a bearing on where I'm coming from with some of these points that I'm trying to drive home. Now I'll go ahead and jump right into it. So the first thing is battery life. When you have an electronic optic, I feel like that is critical. That's night and day if it's something that's going to die fast or last a long time. With the ATN X Sight II HD, which is now I think about 3 or 4 years old. It's been out there for a while. The batteries, first of all, they're removable. You remove this little cap and it unscrews and you can pop them out. It takes AA size batteries. So I have rechargeable Kentley batteries. These are a little bit higher end because they won't die. These are the only batteries that I could actually get to last a decent amount of time without having to worry about this optic dying. With regular AA's, I was lucky to get 2 to 3 hours out of this optic before it would just completely die on me. Now what that made me do is have to attach an external battery pack that would plug into this optic, and I would have to mount it somewhere to my rifle. That's extra bulk, that's extra weight, it looks tacky, it looks cluttered, it just wasn't for me. Now with the ATN X Sight 4K Pro line, they have an internal battery and it has an 18-hour battery life with the stock battery. No extra attachments needed. You don't have to fumble around with taking things out, charging it separately. You literally just plug straight into the scope, the internal battery gets charged, and it lasts. And I have yet to be able to kill this optic. I have not left it on for 18 hours straight, full disclosure, but with regular use, a trip to the range, immediately hunting after, I have not even come close to killing this optic. But again, more details on that in the full review. I'm going to try to get through these points as quick as I can for you guys. But that's the first one that I was curious about, was battery life. And it honestly seems like if you do watch my initial review of this, I had a couple follow-ups. Unfortunately, YouTube, being YouTube lately in terms of firearms, deleted one of my follow-up videos. They took it down for you guys because apparently it's a little too offensive. Anyways, as offensive as an optic review can be. But it seems like every single complaint I had on the X Sight II was addressed in the new line. Another thing, just for ergonomic standpoint, I hated this knob that was here at the front of the X Sight II. I did not like how it looked. It was goofy and you had to kind of reach around to focus. With the new 4K line, the focus ring is at the front like you find on most standard daytime scopes, and the zoom itself is just a nice little knob on the side. There wasn't anything weird that they added, where the zoom on this one is some arrow keys. And the problem I had with these on the X Sight II is you can tap it a few times and it's kind of delayed. It'll keep zooming after you finish tapping the zoom button, and that can kind of screw you up a little bit, especially when you're hunting. You're trying to zoom in to take a shot and you don't want to zoom anymore and it keeps zooming. You got to wait and then zoom out. It was just kind of a mess. So that was just from an ergonomic standpoint another drastic improvement. Another thing that I had complained about on the X Sight II, and I guess I'll keep just going down the line on my complaints because guess what? They've literally all been addressed on the 4K line, so see them as improvements, drastic improvements, is that when you would stream video to your mobile device with the X Sight II, you could not record simultaneously. Well, guess what? They fixed it on the 4K line. You can now stream to a mobile device while recording on the scope, and if you really want to go the extra mile, you can also screen record, for example, if you're streaming to your mobile phone. It's great. So you get dual videos. It's awesome. They really improved that. Now, of course, what you guys are probably the most curious about, and don't worry, I'm about to get into it, is the nighttime performance. So I'll go ahead and put some side-by-side comparison footage of the 4K versus the X Sight II HD. So let's go ahead and check those out. Alright guys, so like I said, I really hope that I got straight to the point on the improvements of the X Sight 4K line versus the X Sight II HD line. Drastic improvements there. ATN really did well with this optic. It's been an absolute joy to use. I'm sure that if you do decide investing on it, you won't regret it. If you're interested in doing so, I have a link in the description below where you can pick this optic up for yourself. I'll go ahead and throw a link in the description for the older generation just in case you still think it's worth it and it's a little bit more in your budget since it is a more outdated optic now. And as always guys, I really want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video and stop by the 4MR Ranch YouTube channel. Have a good one.